Hey, good evening. Hey, welcome. This is Rick Butler. Hey, we're from Butler Homestead, and we're out here tonight just going to share with you some things that have been going on and just share with you a lot. I think it's important what I'm going to share with you because we need to start planning right now with us right here in South Alabama. We're almost at that point to where all the crop and all the harvest has come in, and here we've got most of our harvest. We're planning on doing some things for the fall and have some different fall plants, seeds put in the ground. But I wanted to remind you of something and bring it to you, how important it is to be able to start looking at saving your seeds for next year. You don't wait till spring next time to figure out what you're going to use and how many seeds you're going to need, things like that. But I want to bring something to your attention too, because it's really important, and we like to share some things that are very important to you. I don't know if you noticed, and if you've been homesteading for years or you're just getting started, this is the end maybe of your first summer garden, or you're planning on a fall garden, getting ready for the spring garden. All these different variables are coming into play right now about what you're going to do. But I wanted to ask you something. When you planted all of your seeds this year, what was the germination rate like? Did you have any trouble with things? And I just get right to the point here. I know with me personally, these seeds right in here, these are Kentucky Wonder bush beans, and I have some Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I don't know about you, but I had some trouble some of them germinating. Some of them didn't hardly come up at all. And the germination rate, these were seeds for this year, this past summer, and but for 2022, and we had some trouble. I've talked to some other people who were having some trouble with different type of seeds, even in the area of corn. Right here, this is peaches and cream corn. We had some trouble with that. Normally every year I can plant, I have one of these small planters that you push, and it works wonders, been working wonders for years for me, and we've been seeing a lot of success. Well, this year, using the planter the same way that I've always done it, same plate, getting it the right depth and all those things, didn't get them all coming up. Had some come up, but not what I should have had. So we're having trouble, and there's some seed trouble going along all over the area. And I've heard people talk about it on videos, and I've talked to them in person about how they've had trouble with different seeds and different packages of seeds. We don't know what's causing it all, but we do know one thing. We should have gotten more harvest out of our beans. Now, beans and different other things that I've heard people talk about, and how they've had a bad year with pole beans, or they had a bad year with corn, or squash didn't grow, but zucchini did grow. Back and forth, these seeds just didn't do it. And normally they're saying, well, I don't ever have that problem. Now, I'll grant you that there's some who this was the best year that they've ever had. I don't know what it might have been. It might have been the heat. Because it's been hot out there, and you plant a summer garden, and so you're expecting these plants to be heat tolerant, and you get them planted early and set out early so they can grow and be through before it gets to the hottest time. And you can start thinking like now of the fall garden. Well, what I wanted to do today is just take a few minutes and encourage you to begin thinking. Get you a piece of paper out and write down, are you having some farming catalogs or garden catalogs that you can look at, and how that you lay out your garden, what you want to do for next year. Even if we're going to do more raised bed gardening next year, and container gardening. We're going to be showing you some of those things. We're going to use some of them. We're hopefully and prayerfully, we're hopefully are going to be able to have some type of container gardens that we can play, and even cover them up in the cold weather so that they will be able to last and we'll be able to get a harvest all the time. Now, we planted things like beets and different lettuce and things like that this past winter, and we ate on those things all winter long. We just cropped them off and kept eating them, and we'd make a salad, or what we would do, or we just wanted a snack, we'd go out and break off a few leaves, and it was really, really good. Now, I want to encourage you. Look, I have right here in front of me, I have all packages of different types of seeds. I've got everything from beefsteak tomatoes right here. I have thyme, different herbs I have. Not only having sugar, peaches and cream, corn. I'm gonna try again next year. This seed should be good for next year too. And we have other things, different beefsteak tomatoes, sweetie tomatoes. We've got all kinds. We've got sage, we're muscadine, lettuce, peppermint, red beets, colorful beets, carrots, echinacea, calendula. You can see we're trying to get our seeds now. You say, well, where did you find all those seeds? Well, this time of the year, and this is the fall of the year, sometimes, I won't say it's guaranteed now, I want you to know that you'll have to try. You can go to places, different places that sell seeds, and they might be wanting to get rid of them because they're not going to be, they're going to get in new shipment for seeds next spring. So they got to do something with the seeds. They either throw them away, or maybe they'll do something and cut you a deal on them. You never know, and I can't guarantee them that they're going to do anything like that. Now, one of the things you could have done, and you still have time to do this, if you're growing things just like okra. This okra in this package right here, there's thousands of seeds in this okra right here. I've been planting this okra for years. What I've been doing, this is an organic okra. During the year, it gets to about 7-8 feet tall and does a lot of production. But halfway through it, during the parts of right about the middle of August, I go and I cut them back down to where they're only about 2 feet. And then the plant goes and it starts putting out new sprouts and new leaves. And we're getting all kinds of new okra coming in. It gives me time to get other things done. But this okra, and it's conditioned to our soil around here, and this is something you can do when you have something ready. Okra, let it dry. Keep the seeds. They're easy to keep. Seed savings are really good things. Also, I have right here that this is, my wife did this. We had a nice, very delicious cantaloupe not too long ago. And so we did all the seeds like we are supposed to do, rinsed them off, got all this stuff done on them, and then we've got them dried out and they're ready to go into packaging. And we'll have cantaloupes. There must be about, 700-800 of them right there. But we do Kentucky Wonder pole beans. Now this year I didn't get to save any because my Kentucky pole beans did not do anything. Good green, look good, but no fruit. Our green beans, we ended up getting a lot of stings on them, bugs, stink bugs and things like that got into these this year, and they've never done that with me before. So we don't know what it is. Somebody said it's got to be some type of conspiracy. Well, nah, I'm not going to say there's a conspiracy doing that. We just have a problem with some seeds. But there's some different things that we're going to be doing right here. Now, this is a butternut squash. We've saved some seeds for this year, and I would encourage you to do that also, to just start that. Spaghetti squash. Oh my, these were seeds for this year. We had an interesting thing at all. We started a new garden out in front of the house, and in that garden we just started preparing it because it's real hard paying clay down there. So we spread manure all over it, kind of chipped around in it, put some 4x4 post around it, and kind of made a raised bed out of it. And then we started just leaving. The chickens went in there. The chickens started eating seeds and scratching around and doing their thing. And next thing you know, we saw a little tiny plant coming up. We didn't know what it was. We're not really sure what it is now. but it began to grow. And that thing grew, and the next thing we know, it had big leaves, and it had long vines running across over here. And what we think it was, there was a cross between a squash and a spaghetti squash, a different kind. And as a result, we come up with a new one. That happens when you get these seeds real close. But we just threw the seeds out there, and they took off and grew. So we've kept some of those seeds for next year, just to see what all we're going to have. Now, it's important too, I would encourage you to save the seeds. Anything out of your harvest, find some material. There's books, there's YouTube videos on how to seed save and how to do those. There are booklets that you can buy. There's books that you can buy, different things that will help you in being able to save seeds. And because we don't know what's going to happen. There was a problem with a lot of seeds this year. We've heard all kind of tales about it, but we want to encourage you to save your seeds. And you say, well, do I do heirloom or do I do any other kind of tomato? Well, me personally, I prefer heirloom or organic seeds, but you never know, you might not be able to get them. But you say, well, what about a hybrid? A hybrid is bred and is made to represent a different type of tomato. Now, you save those seeds, you don't know what you're going to get the next year. You might not get the same thing. It's not a guarantee that you'll get that. So anywhere you can go to find you some seeds, or start asking some people, do you have any seeds saved? Or how could we save seeds now? You can do that yourself. Matter of fact, we have all kind of seeds that I've spread out right here that we're going to try to do some cold weather planting coming up real soon. Now, folks, I just wanted to share this with you tonight because I know how important it is that we have good seeds, and that this was a bad year for some certain kind of seeds, and I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it's not like it's ever happened before. In all of my years of gardening, I've been around 73 years, and with all the gardens and stuff that I planted over the years, usually seeds I don't have a problem with. But now there's some of this I did. So I want to encourage you to start saving some seeds. Look at the different types of seeds. Go to these places that you know that sell seeds. Maybe they'll cut you a deal on them. But you want to do that. There might be somebody in your group or in your area that is a big seed saver. Well, maybe they'll be willing to show you how to do it, or maybe even share some of their seeds with you. A lot of people do share seeds. And I know I've shared okra seeds because these okra seeds right here have been really good, and we've had them for years. And these were saved, and because this stuff, okra seeds, once it adjusts to your ground, it'll produce and produce every year. Okra I've not had any problem with at all. Well, folks, I want to tell you how much we appreciate you listening. What I need you to do now is to help us out. I need you to go in there, and when you look at it, there's a thing, just check off, you like it. You like our video. Then not only need you to do that, I want you to subscribe. We need some help because we need to get a lot of subscribers in the days to come to guarantee all the things that we're going to be doing on YouTube here. So we need your help on subscribing. And then one of the best things you can do is share our things with them, just like on seed saving. Stir up your mind about saving seeds. Get them, because you're not guaranteed that you'll have any next year. You don't know where they're going to be, how many you're going to have, or what's going to be available. So, but don't forget to show this to your friends, share the video, but encourage them to subscribe and to like it. And then ring that little bell down there to notify you when we're going to have another video. Listen, folks, we just love you a lot. Right here on Butler Homestead, me and Alice, we have been living here almost 15 years, and God has continually blessed us. And we know He wants to bless you, just like I've shared with you before. And He just laid it on my heart about seed saving and to encourage you to do that. So get your plan out, start working your plan. You can do this, because you say, well, I've never done much seed saving. Well, you got to start somewhere. And I believe you can do a good job of it. God loves you, and we love you. Don't forget now, you like it, subscribe, and share. And I believe you'll help us all out, and you'll get the message out about these seeds and seed saving and how important that is. And listen, we just love you. God bless you. And we're going to be having some more of these videos coming up. And we want your prayers. And we're going to be praying for you too. But God bless you, and you have a good evening. From Butler Homestead.